All right, what's going on, guys? Quick little trade recap for today. A no news Monday. I didn't take anything today. As you can see right now, we are just completely chopping. We did have a pretty large expansionary move for about the first 25 to 30 minutes of open, which unfortunately I didn't take a setup. You will see right here. There was a setup that I could have possibly taken, but I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I didn't take it here in just a second. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I was looking for today. So we're going to replay. Really wasn't even looking to take a trade today. I was figuring with no news Monday was probably going to be a little slow, especially after we made this huge move overnight. However, we did have some nice lows and Asia highs, and we also had this London high right here. But first thing I always do is go on the 15-minute time frame. First zone I always mark out is the 8 a.m. candle on the 15-minute time frame. That's 8 to 8:15, the whole candle just like that. We're going to look for a breakout and then retest. That's the opening range breakout strategy that we took a huge dub on Friday. And then we're also going to mark out untested London highs as well as Asia highs or lows that we have. So we had one right here. So I marked that out like that. We had this London low right down here that I marked out like that. We also had this London high. I didn't mark that out as a zone because it would have looked like that and it would have just been interfering with those other boxes. So I just kept it in mind and knew that it was there as well. If we did get a break and hold above it, I would have looked to play along up into take out this Asia high. We also had a draw on liquidity all the way up here that I was looking for. That's also all-time highs, by the way. And then we also still had this untested London low right down there and this level like that. So that's everything that I had drawn out today. Coming into open, I hopped onto the 1-minute time frame. We're going to see where price wants to break out at 9:30 for the opening range breakout strategy, which is what we took on Friday. So if this candle was to break out to the upside, we'd wait for a retest of this midpoint, take longs. If it was to break out to the downside, wait for retest and take shorts. This thing ended up ripping so far ahead that we weren't able to come back down and retest. Pretty much just market was so bullish. I think really wanting to fill this 4-hour imbalance that we had right here from this overnight move. You can see we had this huge gap right here from that overnight move that we made for whatever reason. After we took out these previous all-time highs, we then dumped off of it. I kind of had a feeling that market was going to be bullish today just because overall in the higher time frame we were bullish, and I wouldn't be surprised today if at the time that I'm recording this or at the end of the day today we do make new all-time highs, because that seems to just be what we're doing every fucking day for the last, who even knows how long. Let me go back to there. So anyway, that first candle opens. I'm like, okay, we just took out that London high right there. Next thing I wanted to see was us take out this Asia high. And then we could either look for a close above, a hold above, retest, and then a breakout to continue to play longs, or we could look for a reversal. Ideally, I wanted to see a reversal. We swept right here on this candle. Now, the only reason I did not take a long off of this in the next couple candles here, I'm going to play out the next couple candles, right, was because this candle did not close above. We got a closure above here, but that top wick is absolutely massive, and then it was followed by a red candle close. Now, we did technically close above, retest, and then have our confirmation candle right there. We would have wanted our stop loss right below that low, below this zone. We would have wanted our entry right here. So we could have entered right there, and then 15 points on that did eventually go to hit right up around here. So we would have hit full TP on that, but the reason that I didn't take this trade was simply because directly after sweeping this high, number one, we didn't close above with momentum, right? When I want to see a closure above, I like to see a strong closure above. So this is the candle that closed above, but we didn't get our strong, this is a very weak bullish candle, and then it was followed by a red candle close. I kind of thought that we were going to break structure here, and then I was going to take shorts. That's what I was looking for right there. We got a better closure right there, and then a really good closure right there. But if I use this as my confirmation candle and I wanted my stop loss to be right here, we actually never would have got filled on it, and that ended up running. And that is actually what I did look for. So pretty much right here, I didn't like this confirmation. This wasn't enough confirmation for me. This right here, these two candles right here were enough confirmation for me, right? This retest and this close were much better of a confirmation set for me than this close above and then retest. But I, had an order set for to have my entry right here so that my stop loss would be below the zone, and that didn't end up getting filled. So it's just an unfortunate series of events right there. That happens very rarely where we won't get the setup. It was a perfect break and retest. Like I said, if this candle right here was to close above, and then we got, say, say this candle right here closed literally a tick higher, and then the next candle was something that looks like this, and then followed by this. So say this candle was just completely taken out of the equation, we would have taken this trade and it would have banged. But I just let it run. The next thing that I was looking for after that, I kind of just accepted that we missed that setup, which sucked because it would have hit full TP. It would have been about $450 dub. I wanted to see us either come up all the way to here, kind of see the same setup, a break and hold for continue to take longs, or sweep and then break down, which is what I wanted to see. And I'm going to fast forward all the way to the time that I'm recording this, which is right now at 10:45. And as you guys can see, we're kind of just stuck right here in this range after filling this 4-hour gap. Over the period of the rest of the day, I do expect price to come up here and take out all-time highs. This still is looking very bullish, but as of right now, we're just completely chopping around. I trade until 11 o'clock. It is 10:45 right now, but I would be very, very surprised if within the next 10 minutes, we do break down to here, up here, which is the only spots that I would look to take another trade. So it's a no news Monday. We really just sat back. We're coming off of a really good week last week. So like I said, I'm not really trying to force anything, really locked in with this recent strat I've been talking about. Super unfortunate we missed that. But in hindsight, if this was to, reverse and it would have got stopped out as a long, then I would have been like, oh, it's a great thing that we didn't take that. But if that was to happen, there's a chance that I might have got a short entry. Like I said, it's just unlucky. It happens sometimes where the setup forms, but it doesn't give you your entry, which is exactly what happened right there. So that's what you need to do. Just stay disciplined. If you see the setup and it runs, right here, as soon as this hits EP, I was like, damn, that's really frustrating that I didn't get that. But that's the move all 2026, man. It's just sticking to our rules, sticking to our plan. It's a no news Monday. We got the rest of the week ahead of us, and we're coming off a great week. So, not mad at it at all. Probably just about to go to the gym. Got a lot of work to get done on my computer. And yeah, guys, that's it. Quick little trade recap. Hopefully you guys did good today or are break even like me. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the week and just staying locked in. But yeah, make sure to subscribe and follow me on all socials, which I will have linked down in the description. Love you guys so much as always. Peace out, and I will see you tomorrow.